Bikes, buttons, keep... Whoa, that's very robotic.
Hold on, let's get your slide going. Great, okay. I first switch your.
Bikes, buttons, keyboards. Have you ever looked at how your hands use design? Have you ever looked at... Have you ever thought about how the experience could be different with one hand or none? I do. Some people think I need two hands to live my life, but I see the world differently. I know that I don't need another hand. I need smart tools. I need fun tools. I don't really need two hands. I'm here to tell you some stories about how I view disability and how I've turned it into an ability. Maybe I can change how we work in the world of design. I was born with a left arm that stopped just above my elbow. I call it a limb difference. But I don't always remember I have one hand, and even my friends forget sometimes too. But I know not everyone's able to move past my physical difference. I think each of us has a different view on what we think is normal. Kids and adults have often asked me what's it like to have one hand, and I'll ask them back and say, what's it like to have two hands? Most people just say it's normal. Well, for me, having one hand is normal. We all have different views on what we think is normal, and I think that's really cool. But often I see grown-ups get really uncomfortable about talking about physical difference. To me, it's a really important conversation. I remember back when I'd hang out at the baseball fields during my brother's games, and while I'd hang out with my friends, younger kids would walk up to me and ask me about my arm. Quickly, a parent would walk up to me and apologize about my little arm. Quickly, a parent would walk up to me and apologize about their kid asking questions. I always tell those parents that it's totally gay. I'm glad when kids ask me questions. Seriously, I can't wait for everyone in this room to ask me questions. A few years ago, I had a really uncomfortable experience in a new dance class where a few kids could just not stop staring. And it made me really mad. That's when I came up with a shirt I could wear during the class and made me feel so much better getting it out there. It said, "Don't stare, just ask." T-shirts have been a really easy way for me to tell stories and encourage others to relax and enjoy their differences. One of my favorites is a shirt that goes along with the story my mom told me about. If you were looking at a field of horses and saw a unicorn, would you stop and stare? Heck yeah, I would. I would totally celebrate the unicorn. Unicorns have become a big part of my world, especially since I created Project Unicorn. It's a big project that helped me learn that it's great to step back and enjoy your differences. I took part in a camp called Superhero Cyborgs. I got to ask myself, what are my superhero powers? With my little arm, I decided it was the perfect way to deliver glitter. My first design was the starburst shape ring around my little arm. That's when I called it Project Unicorn. Because to me, unicorns are sparkly and magical, and if I'm gonna be a superhero, I wanna have cool powers of a unicorn. My first Project Unicorn used puffs of air to shoot out the glitter, but instead of shooting, it really just fell out. I wanted to change that. Luckily, I was partnered with a designer to help my idea evolve. Sam Hobish and I met every Friday after school on Google Hangouts. We worked on Tinkercad and Fusion and came up with different ideas. At first, we thought I needed a real hand that shot glitter. But after some really big failures, we returned to something more fun. It took a lot of failure and learning to get to our final concept, a unicorn horn that shoots glitter. We showed it off for the first time last year at Maker Faire Bay Area, and I've continued to share it as we develop new versions after new versions. We're using little glitter containers that you can find at Walgreens or Dwayne Reed, but I wanted to shoot more than that. Now we have this Super Blaster glitter holder. It gives me a chance to shoot a lot of glitter. I've gotten to share the fun glitter brings to our lives, spraying my way into schools and other organizations. I even got to show it off on the Rachel Ray Show. Would you like to see me shoot it? Well, I can't spray it in this room, but here's the latest version.
So, this is Project Unicorn, and this is how it works. So, I have some compressed air and a tube. So when I press this button, the compressed air goes through this tube, and the sparkles go down here, meet up with the compressed air, and shoots out the unicorn horn. So, let's do it. So this notch is to stop the sparkles from going down everywhere and spilling out of the horn when I'm walking with it. So, ready? Okay.
Forgot to flip the page. Okay. The best part of this experience is it's given me a chance to show even more people that physical difference isn't a sad thing. It's an opportunity for me to show you and so many other people that you can think about design differently. Beyond my unicorn arm, this design experience has helped me see how I naturally understand how to use items differently. Thanks to living a one-handed life, kayaking, paddleboarding, tying my shoes, zipping zippers, snaps and buttons, swimming, basketball, baseball, dancing, piano, using a bow and arrow, carrying my phone, typing on a computer, putting on clothes. I can do all of those things using items that were made for two hands. Here's an example. I can easily use one hand to put on clothes, but some of those clothes were not designed for my one hand and mine. I have a pair of jegging jeans that I really love, but when I pull it, the same seam tends to pop, and then my mom has to bring it back and ask for a new one. But I'd really rather the seam was just made stronger. There are some solutions out there. The mag zip was a great design revolution for me and so many others for a little while. Under Armour was the only clothing brand using the alternative zipper, but now you can buy them and add them to any jacket or coat. I love those zippers. They're pretty cool. When it comes to coats, I can wear anything, but I like to roll up my sleeve. And my mom and me will go through racks and racks of coats to test to see if the sleeves can roll up easily. A lot of tight elastics at the bottom of the sleeve will ruin a good coat for me. I don't always like having the arm of my coat dangle past my little arm. Beyond the design of clothes, I really know how to talk about prosthetic design. I got my first prosthetic arm when I was 10 months old, and I've worked with my current prosthetist, David Rotter, at Shrek and Cyrus in Chicago since I was almost 3 years old. I know what's comfortable and what feels right, and I'm not afraid to make changes if I need them. My parents have made sure I have access to prosthetics since I was tiny because they really help my body at times, but there are pros and cons of wearing them. Why are prosthetics a good thing? They help me protect my shoulder from getting sore and overusing it. Prosthetics can look good. They can help me with biking or holding things. They can even help me with walking or running. But they're uncomfortable, and I grow out of them every year to 18 months. I don't really like wearing my helper arms to school because I don't want to answer any more questions than I already have to with my little arm. With all these years of building helper arms, I've learned that prosthetics don't always have to be focused on health or specific needs. Ugh. They can just be fun if I want to have fun. That's what's so great about design. You can make anything, and I want more kids to discover how cool it is to build on a prosthetic physical difference. What? My mom and I started a nonprofit called Born Just Right to help more kids understand design. We hope that we can expand design opportunities for kids all over the country. Imagine all of you in this room getting a chance to work with all the kids at Born Just Right. We held our first event in Boston this past summer. Kids came up with really cool ideas like a pool noodle arm and a marshmallow shooter. Just think, if we had enough kids who can help with types of designs, anything from cars to clothes. Hopefully, our tiny organization can make a big impact with large brands all over the country. I hope we all have a chance to work together someday. I stole your spot.
How about that? Jordan. Isn't she amazing? You're such an inspiration.
Thank you.
All right. Well, you know what? Before we get started, we should probably show people what it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Don't spray it, though. I think it's important for us to actually see it in person. So Jordan specifically requested to take questions from the audience. So I have some questions, but do you want me to ask a question first, or do you want the audience to ask the questions?
I don't care.
Okay, who has questions for Jordan? All right, here we go.
It's right where the microphone is.
So Jordan, my name's Jane Melke, and I teach graphic design, and I'm really inspired by your amazing design work. And I'm just wondering, you seem to be a product designer to me already, are you able to design your own fun ideas using your 3D skills? So you're putting your own line together of new products.
Yeah.
Well, what are you working on?
A lot of things.
Well, how about
Which
first?
one?
First, your paper towel holder. Hi, I'm Jen. I'm mom.
She's cool. She allows me to have glitter, so.
I know, you guys. What? So you found some
Paper
extra
towel
options. Why don't you talk about the paper towel puller that you're using? She's mostly using Tinkercad right now, but
I'm
her
working on
design
Fusion.
partner really wants her to learn Fusion more.
I'm trying.
I know, but she's 11. Focus skill time, like focus time, it's limited. So tell them about your paper towel concept that you're working on.
So, you know the
They have them here.
paper towel. Oh yeah, the paper towel dispensers. Yeah, and how they say don't use one hand, use two. So we came up with, we're not done yet, but I came up with like something that I could just put in my pocket. It's a little cylinder shaped thing. I'm a bobber. And you can print it on a 3D printer.
And what about the cylinder?
And so we're trying to get it to be like a grippy plastic because it needs to grip onto the paper towel. Yeah. And so it has like a little divot in it. Notch, divot, whatever word you want to use. Yeah. And then you put the paper towel into that little divot notch thingy. And then you roll it up. And since it's a grippy thing, it won't just like slip out. Roll it up, rip it.
Yeah, it gives you more leverage to
And
pull it.
even if you're like using one hand holding a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it's
It could also
exactly
be
what you were
helpful.
talking about. The
Yeah.
concept is it's not just a one-handed problem. There's you might have bags, you have a kid. There's lots of situations when that little tool with those two-handed paper towel holders would be great. We could just get rid of those two-handed paper towel holders, but that would be great too. So that's an example. I know you're also working on. So this is a part of a superhero's personality, right? What's the
It has
person?
more glitter.
Right, but
Whoa, I'm so surprised.
so what's the superhero name that goes with this?
Girl blessed.
Girl Blaster, and she's working on an actual outfit design. So I mean, you might as well.
Okay, so I'm from Missouri too, St.
Yo.
Louis,
Hi.
and I was wondering if you guys do like any type of like design kind of conventions or anything where you do like collaborations and get ideas from other designers at all.
So, Born Just Right's a new organization, and the idea that we're trying to do is to bring more kids with disabilities the opportunity to learn about design themselves. So, I don't know, I'm sure you've all heard about these organizations that'll create events where designers come up with solutions for disabled people. We want the kids, the disabled kids, to be in charge. And we'd like to work with designers so that they can help with their skill set and help them learn themselves instead of this.
The people taking over and just doing it all for them, because the kids know what they need, and usually whoever's doing it for them doesn't exactly see what they're seeing.
Yeah, they don't have the same perspective.
Don't have the same perspective.
We've discovered there are a lot
Clearly.
of assumptions that come into these. So
Clearly.
I feel like, yes, we're trying to create events where not only will kids learn from designers, but designers will learn from the kids. And our first event was in Boston, and we're working with an organization called Kid Mob, which is a STEM K through 12 curriculum organization based in San Francisco. And we've basically, we're tight. We're going to make sure that they're involved with anything that we're doing. So everyone learns. So that there will be a curriculum for all. It's going to be, I'm excited.
Is there anywhere we could go to get like information if we were
So
interested?
bornjustright.org is the new website. Feel free to drop in and shoot me a note. We're looking for partners. And because our first event was completely pro bono, and I don't want to ever do that again because it's hard. It's hard. So I know. So yeah, bornjustright.org. Jen with one N at bornjustright.org, or Jordan at bornjustright.org. I see all her emails before she does, because kids don't do email.
Yeah. I don't check it.
No, she doesn't. So yeah, thanks. And if there's any event in St. Louis, we're 2 hours away. It's no problem. We'll
Unless
be there.
it's clogging up my storage, then I check it.
Oh, that's why you.
Only
Interesting.
freeze.
Okay.
All right. Any questions over there? All right, Jordan, I have another question for you.
Okay.
Okay, so how did the superhero cyborg happen?
I got invited to a camp in San Francisco.
Yep, and it was hosted by Kid Mob.
And it was at Autodesk. Cool place.
Yeah.
And they said, if you could become a superhero, what would you be? And we got to they just put a bunch of supplies in front of us, and we got to make it. And they also
parents
taught
were
us.
not involved. They said, goodbye, parents. Go
And
eat
you got
at the
to-
ferry and
yeah.
just go eat and go
You
wander.
gotta go on a ferry?
No, I just.
Truth comes out.
We ate good food. But no, parents weren't allowed to be involved, which is why the magic happened.
Because
Because there's no way in hell I would have ever been okay with shooting glitter. Ever.
too late.
Okay, so tell me, what's next for Born Just Right?
Probably some more, more events and the book.
Yeah, we have a book.
Yeah, we have a book coming out.
Tell us a little bit about the book.
It's an autobiography about everything that we're doing.
It's for middle schoolers.
Middle school.
And why did you want a book for middle schoolers?
Because there's barely any of those books.
There's not a lot of disability represented in the middle school level chapter book.
Because there are kids' book oh, this zebra doesn't have any stripes. Then
There's lots of cute children's book about physical differences, but not a ton of. And there's Wonder. Wonder's an amazing book.
I can't wait for the movie.
I know. Yeah. But it's not a lot. Not a lot.
So when does this book come out?
Oh, we have ample time.
8th grade.
Yeah,
Me.
8th grade. She's in
8th
6th
grade for me.
Summer of 2019. So
2019.
we have time. Bless you.
Bless you. Okay, and what are you working on now?
I'm the stuff that we talked about, and also, yes, it has to do with glitter.
Oh yeah.
Another thing,
It's another thing.
because there's got to be more.
Yeah.
It's like a glitter bomb. It's like explosion.
Yeah, we can't use the word bomb, so we're trying to work on a different word.
We're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, but it's
Okay, so
what is
you
it?
throw it, and then the glitter goes.
Yeah, it's like a bouncy ball with glitter.
Instead of shooting it, you can be like.
How'd you come up with that idea?
At the last Boston, at our event,
A day
our
of
first
creativity.
event, our first event, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The one other thing that we were doing at this event that hasn't been done before is while the kids are
The parents were being
Yeah,
taught.
while the kids are learning, I brought the parents, instead of just go away and go do your thing, we actually started a curriculum to help parents learn to be design advocates.
I wanted
And-
candy.
What?
You guys ate candy and I wanted
Yeah, we
that
had candy and the kids didn't.
On purpose.
On purpose. Anyway, so we're working on I'm trying to help parents with kids in the disability world are already natural health advocates. And now I'm trying to help expand that advocacy and that perspective because these are already parents who can advocate so strongly. I'm trying to help parents to also see they can advocate for awesome career opportunities, and design offers incredible insight that it's just not discussed in yet. But we're just gonna be a revolution of perspective changing growth for kids and parents.
Well, this is good, and this is one of the reasons why, again, Jordan and her mom were asked to come to this come to the conference, and specifically to this session. And I want to, before we close, I want two things. I really want to shout out her mom, because her mom is her advocate for Jordan, but also for other kids like-minded and limb-different kids. So if we can give a round of applause to her mom for coming out, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you, Jordan, for your time and everything that you do to advocate for kids that are limb different. And then, if I'm not mistaken, you said that you would give a demo. She can't do a demo here, but she can do it outside.
Yes, so the door out there.
If anybody, because since we're getting ready to go on break, if anybody would like to see this demo actually live, you can follow them out. They're not going to be here the remainder of the day.
I'm sorry.
They have a plane to catch, so she is going to demo outside. If you would like
do you
to
want to
go.
explain this?
Oh, yes.
Okay, this is so people with two hands can do it.
Yeah, we're trying to develop a way where we'll be able to fit the
There's
compressed
glitter
air.
falling out.
Oh,
Oh, they're
cool.
gonna kill us.
Careful. Okay, that was.
Let me move out of the way.
We did
Anyways.
it.
Anyways, we're also trying to design the opportunity that it's not just for a one-handed person or no-handed person, because I know a no-handed person looks really good with this. Anyways, we're trying to make sure that it's designed
The
for
compressed
all.
hair would go in here.
Yeah.
And then it would like press
Yeah,
right here.
yeah. Okay, so we'll show you how it works outside.
Did anybody have any more questions just before we? Oh, okay. Let's take a few
yeah.
more questions.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've got a question. I recently broke my foot. I'm over here.
Oh, hi. There you are. Where's the voice?
Yeah, so I've had a broken foot for about 2 months, and I'm a UX designer, so naturally I have this really long list of all the problems in the world. And I imagine you also have a long list. Your most recent example was the paper towels. So do you have any advice for me on how to, like, almost project manage all these ideas and how to start getting started on an idea?
I'd probably start with the one that means the most to you, and then like start from there.
Yeah, I definitely would say don't do too many
At a time, because
Yeah, at a
that's
time.
stressful.
That's stressful. Yeah, that part about failure is what, like the biggest learning, the biggest part that I think is incredible. Everybody in this room knows. A core part of design is failure, and I'm so thrilled that she had that, because she has a brother who's terrible with failure, and so I think by having that opportunity, I would definitely write it all down while it's fresh. Don't lose it. But
That's
I
what those
workshop
things are
one at a time, so for sanity's sake. Yes, that's what the action book is for.
Hi, I'm Allison. I have one last quick question, kind of, just a small question. What advice do you have, Jordan and Mom, for how us boring adult designers can be more like kid designers who are so clearly playful and enjoying everything you do, which leads to fabulous work? How can we design more like kids?
That's a good question.
Should you hang out with kids?
Hang out with kids and like see what they're thinking, because they can definitely do things.
Yeah.
They-
The one thing that I think I probably didn't give enough merit to until I stepped back and just watched is that I could have never come up with these kinds of fun ideas.
Sam.
And you have a wonderful design partner. And that's the one thing is a part of what Born Just Right's trying to do is to partner up professional designers with the kids. And it's built a long-term relationship. Sam, actually, his entire career has changed direction. He moved from Autodesk in San Francisco, and he's now working with an organization called LimbForge, which is a nonprofit that's created this on-demand, passive 3D printed prosthetic hands and
For
arms
people
for folks in Haiti or other
Haiti
countries
and
that
other
they just need to
places.
look two-handed for cultural purposes. And so he's also joined my board, and he just moved to Philadelphia. So I think that the youthful joy that comes from it is finding opportunities. Let me know if you want to join in on the Born Just Right, because we're going to need a lot of design mentors and partners for what we're doing. So there's potential.
Okay, I think we're going to take one more question, and then you can go do the.
Yeah,
you
we'll
can
spray some
do a
glitter, but
demo.
not on you,
It'll
unless
be
you
on
want
her.
to.
Don't worry, it'll be on her.
Oh, Lord, no.
The airport won't like us for that.
Yeah. You want it? Yes. Yes. It is on. And it's gold. Today's glitter color.
It's gold. Get yours now.
Gold.
In your local Walmart.
All right, I just have one quick question. So I don't mean to imply that there's anything wrong with glitter, but I'm curious, have you ever thought of doing bubbles? Because that's what I would want for sure.
We've thought of a lot of things.
We've thought of a lot of things.
Like those like cheese things, you know? And like confetti and whipped cream.
Yeah, there's a lot of options. So the current design.
Oh, and silly string.
Silly string. So the current design, because it's a fine spray.
But there's already sprays for that. There's no sprays for glitter.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, the trick is not letting it get clogged. So, yeah, I think that there's a lot of opportunity for other things to spray. We've gotten really good at a fine grade glitter sprayer.
Because it comes off easier.
Yes, yes. I've learned a lot about glitter gradients. If you guys want to talk about that later, I know a lot about glitter gradients.
On that note, thank you, Jordan and Jen.
Glitter.